Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. This is Teacher Rabbit and I welcome you to our today's lesson. I was inspired by the war which is happening right now in Israel to make for you this video. I'm only urge you to be with me up to the end of this lesson. I hope you're going to learn something very interesting. But before I go ahead, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do it and activate the notification bell for you to receive a notification whenever we post a new video. In this video, we are going to learn the nationality. Secondly, I'm going to give you new words that you're going to use. Thirdly, we are going to learn some ER verbs that we're going to conjugate. Let's talk about nationality. Un Israélien. Un Israélien. If she's a girl, she will be called une Israélienne. Une Israélienne. Number two, un Palestinien. Un Palestinien. That is a man or a boy. If it's a female, she will be called une Palestinienne. Une Palestinienne. So I've used un and une. Un and une. These are indefinite articles. Un is a masculine indefinite article. Une is a feminine indefinite article. Un and une in English are a, as you know. Now, let me give you some new words that we're going to use together to practice. Une arme à feu. Une arme à feu. Un fusil. Un fusil. Une bombe. Une bombe. Une armée. Une armée. There's also une arme. Une arme. There is also une grenade. Une grenade. Une tuerie. Une tuerie. Un massacre. Un massacre. La population. La population. Les hommes. Les hommes. Les enfants. Les enfants. Le territoire. Le territoire. Le territoire. La ville. La ville. Le peuple. Le peuple. Le peuple. Here are some ER verbs that you're going to use. You have to memorize the pronunciation and the meaning at the same time. Number one, armée. Armée. That means to arm someone or arming someone. You can say, for example, armer quelqu'un. Armer quelqu'un. To arm someone. Number two, there is fusiller. Fusiller, which means to shoot or shooting. For example, I can say in French, fusiller les femmes. Fusiller les femmes. To shoot the women or shooting the women. Number three, there is bombarder. 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 To bombard. You can say, for example, in French, bombarder la ville. bombarder la ville. To bombard a town. Number 4, there is tuer. Tuer. To kill. You can say, for example, tuer la population. Tuer la population. To kill the population. The next one is massacrer. You can say, for example, in French, massacrer le peuple. Massacrer le peuple. The next one is exterminer. 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 Which means in English to exterminate. Which means in English to exterminate. For example, you can say in French, you can say exterminer les hommes. Exterminer les hommes.
Let's conjugate some verbs together, and we're going to start with the present tense. I can say, for example, le gouvernement israélien massacre les Palestiniens. Le gouvernement israélien massacre les Palestiniens. Le gouvernement israélien massacre les Palestiniens. Look for the verb and underline it. 2, I can say, les Israéliens bombardent le peuple. Les Israéliens bombardent le peuple. Same, you have to look for the verb and underline it. 3, les Israéliens tuent les Palestiniens. Les Israéliens tuent les Palestiniens. Look for the verb and underline it. Let me remind you that in French, the spelling of the verb will be changing depending on who is doing the action. Or whenever I say who is doing the action, that is the subject in a sentence. Now, for example, in the first sentence, le gouvernement israélien massacre les Palestiniens, our verb is massacre, and the subject is le gouvernement israélien. Now, instead of saying le gouvernement israélien massacre les Palestiniens, I can also say il massacre les Palestiniens. So, the verb massacre can't take an S at the end. Why? Because our subject is in singular. Le gouvernement israélien is in singular. Again, the verb massacre can't take NT at the end. Why? Because le gouvernement israélien is a subject which is in singular. That's the reason. Sentence number 2. Les Israéliens bombardent le peuple. The verb is bombard. It has taken, our verb has taken NT at the end. Why? It's because our subject is in plural. There are so many. Remember, you can see S, les in plural, LES, that is indefinite definite article. Le in plural will be les, and the noun israélien has S at the end also. So the subject, our subject is in plural, and that will affect the verb also. If the subject is in plural, the verb must be also in plural. So, and remember, you know already how to conjugate the verb. So if the subject is in plural, you have to put the verb in plural. And in this case here, must be, the verb must carry NT at the end. Because instead of saying les Israéliens bombardent le peuple, you can also say ils bombardent le peuple. Ils bombardent le peuple. Il in plural. And in that case, if il is in plural, the ER verb must take NT at the end. Third sentence. Les Israéliens tuent les Palestiniens. The verb is tu. So it's from the verb tuer. Now, it has NT at the end also. Why? It's because our subject, which is les Israéliens, is in the plural. So if the subject is in the plural, the verb should also be in plural. And in this case, instead of saying les Israéliens tuent le peuple, I can say ils tuent le peuple. So il in plural, the verb also must be in plural. In this case, I have to add nt at the end. Now, let's talk about imperfect tense. Sentence number one, I can say, le gouvernement israélien massacre. The first sentence, le gouvernement israélien massacrait les Palestiniens. Le gouvernement israélien massacrait les Palestiniens. Sentence number two, les Israéliens bombardaient le peuple. Les Israéliens bombardaient le peuple. Now, in future, the same sentences. One, le gouvernement israélien massacrera les Palestiniens. Le gouvernement israélien massacrera les Palestiniens. Two, les Israéliens bombarderont le peuple. Les Israéliens bombarderont le peuple. And the last sentence, les Israéliens tueront les Palestiniens. Les Israéliens tueront les Palestiniens. As you can see here, remember that in the first sentence, our subject is in singular. It can be replaced by il in singular. In that case, the verb has to have a at the end. So it will be massacrera. In the second sentence, les Israéliens, in the second sentence, les Israéliens les Israéliens bombarderont le peuple. The subject is les Israéliens, which can be replaced by il in plural. In that case, our verb must carry ONT at the end. And in the last sentence, les Israéliens tueront les Palestiniens. Our subject is les Israéliens, which can be replaced by il in plural. In that case, our verb must carry at the end ONT as well. Now, you can do this work with me. I want you to conjugate the verb fusiller, tuer, exterminer, armer in the imperfect tense, present tense, and future tense. Conjugate the verb fusiller, tuer, exterminer, armer in the imperfect tense, present tense, and future tense. Use all the subject personal pronouns from je to il in plural. I remind you that the subject personal pronouns are je, tu, il, elle, those are singular, nous, vous, il with S, elle with S. Those are plural. Thank you.